Welcome to another edition of Changemakers and Champions. I'm Jermaine Huser, your host, Executive Director of Our Lady of Mercy Community Outreach Services. And today, I'm extremely excited to have my friend, Yajaira Bess with us with Berkeley Electric Co-op. And so, Yajaira, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here on, what is it?
Changemakers and Champions.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I love the title.
Yeah. So, Yajaira, you're a mom, you're a community leader, you're a wife, you are a change maker in our community, and you're also a team member of Berkeley Electric Co-op. Can you share with me why Berkeley Electric Co-op gives to Our Lady of Mercy?
Yes. So for those that don't know, Berkeley Electric is a nonprofit organization. We have 7 principles that are our foundation. One of them is concern for the community. Concern for the community is giving back. How can we give resources, tools, opportunities back to the community? And that includes all ages. So we're talking about from children, we're hitting hard to schools, because we feel that if we can invest and give back to our members, these are the same members that will then in the future be our directors, our employees, our members. So we have to invest in them so that way they know we have programs, we have services that are available. And it's just trying to get that knowledge out there. But community is our key. I would say that's like our foundation, because our members are pretty much our bosses.
Absolutely, yes. That's why it's called a co-op, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So you've been at Berkeley Electric Co-op for almost 20 years, as I understand.
Yes.
Personally, how has your work helped to transform you personally?
Oh, wow. It has been an eye-opener, because I have seen so many different avenues, like the transformation from when I first started back in 2005 compared to now, 2025. So 20 years later, there has been a great transformation. It has helped me personally and professionally. I have seen the needs from all avenues, from children, from our adults, from our senior citizens as well. And it has helped me improve me personally in growing and giving back, the importance of helping those in need.
Yeah.
Also professionally, like how can I inspire, empower, and lead others to give and to give with that compassionate, with that kindness, with that heart.
Yeah. Tell you definitely have passion, and you are such a tremendous community leader. You do a lot of things in the community. You're part of the Exchange Club. And can you share with me, what do you feel is the role of leadership in building stronger communities?
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, a role of a leader is hard, but you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Have a consistency is very, very important. You want to lead by example. That's the key as well.
Mm-hmm.
We also talked about inspiring, right?
Right.
You want to make sure that you're inspiring those people that you're leading, that team. Empower those people. Make sure that you have the tools, the resources that they need to thrive. In leadership, that's what it's about. Having that transparency, the consistency, be resilient. Communication is key.
Right.
If you don't have the communication, if you don't have those tools to provide to your tribe,
right,
then how is your tribe going to succeed, right?
Or even understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that being a leader, you're not also building your tribe, but you're also leading by example. You're rolling up your sleeves. You're doing the hard work. You're out there teaching them, showing them, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
And, I'm not saying that every day is going to be a happy, jolly day, because you're going to have the good, the bad, and the ugly, of course.
Right.
But within those bad and ugly days, that's when the leader of you steps in. That's when you push everything aside and you show them, compassion. You show them kindness. You show them the tools that they need in order to succeed.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important.
Yeah, it becomes less about you and more about.
Oh no, it's never about me. It's always about the people that I serve, the community that I serve, the people that I want to give back. It's about them, and it's always about them. It's about my family. It's about my kids, about their family and their kids. How can I help be the solution and not the problem?
Absolutely. I love how you look at people as a solution and helping and solving some of the societal issues that we have, not just the problem. And so I love the fact that you have been at your location 20 years. That sense of loyalty for Berkeley Electric Co-op, that's not often heard. Um, could you name one experience or one story in your 20 years that showed you that your work was meaningful?
Oh my goodness. There's so many. I don't know where to start, right? I would have to say one of the biggest, most joyful experience that I get is mentoring. Volunteering, I do a lot with our children, especially at the schools, because we're advocates. Like we give back. We have a Bright Ideas 5K.
Okay.
And if people don't know what that is, that's us fundraising for our teachers, because we're big advocates giving back to not only our students,
Right.
but also our teachers. I mean, they're our educators. They're the ones that are out there with our humans, with our little people, teaching them, right?
Absolutely.
So I think one of the biggest, most inspiring for me is being a volunteer, mentoring these children. And we're talking about grades from kindergarten all the way up to middle school.
Wow.
The reason why I put an emphasis on that, because once you get into high school, it's hard to like mold and train, but you can still direct and mentor them by giving them the tools that they need, letting them know. But if you can start at an early age,
Right.
and spark that fire in them, oh my goodness, then, I mean, you've seen little kids when they want to just be active and talkative, and you spark that little fire, and then it goes from there.
Takes
So
off.
yes, exactly. So mentoring these kids with reading, I've had the opportunity, I'm so grateful for the opportunity in mentoring the kids, getting to know them one-on-one. Some of these kids come from broken homes, and when you connect with them, it pulls my heartstrings, because it's how can I help this child to understand and to know that they are a success, that just because what happened in your past will not dictate what your future is.
Absolutely.
You are in control of your future. You make those decisions. And if I can be that key component in letting them know your past does not dictate what your future will hold for you, that's going to change their game. That's going to change their outlook, the way they think, the way they feel about themselves.
Yeah.
It brings that confidence. And I think that mentoring and volunteering for kids brings joy. I think that's the biggest joy that it brings to me.
Yeah. It create a different agreement
Yes.
for a young man or a young child to see what their future can actually look like.
Exactly.
And you represent them by coming and showing up every single day. So
Exactly.
thank you for being a mentor.
Being consistent.
Absolutely. Being consistent.
That's right.
So what's outside of Our Lady of Mercy, which we know you love?
Yes. Of
What's
course.
one other organization or local cause that you and Berkeley Electric Co-op are passionate about?
Before we continue, here's a quick message on how you can get involved.
It's not too late to make a difference. Every day, our neighbors take brave steps toward hope, and a walk in their shoes reminds us that every step starts with you. Your investment in Our Lady of Mercy Community Outreach helps provide food, education, and vital support to those who need it most. And right now, your impact can go even further. Take one last step with us. Give today at olmoutreach.org.
Wow.
And why?
Yes. So besides Our Lady of
Yes,
Mercy,
absolutely.
shout out to you guys. You guys do an amazing job with the community. We have Trident United Way. We have Helping Hands of Goose Creek. I'm trying to think of all the different ones that we give out to them. There's RJ's Mission. RJ's Mission is a new one that we just added. And that's one that we help by providing food especially over by that area, Johns Island area, because it's veterans and first responders. Veterans and first responders, they give back a lot to the community, and that's very important. Helping Hands of Goose Creek has been another one dear to us, especially during the holiday season, that we all know that we're approaching this holiday season. How can everyone give a little bit of time or donate, volunteer? Because the holiday season is sometimes it's very hard for people. It's hard for families. And it's a way for us to say, hey, can you donate a can or two,
Right.
to help feed a family for the holidays? Can you give some time? If you can't donate, monetary, maybe you can do time. Maybe you're able to come into Helping Hands and bag some grocery bags and give a meal to a family. And I think right now it's key because we're entering Thanksgiving, we're entering, the holiday season. And people,
almost a couple of days,
yes,
many of our neighbors may not even have food stamps. So
exactly.
yeah.
So I think that these organizations that we're partnering with, Trident United Way, oh my goodness, they're another great one that gives back to the community, back to the children in the schools. We have to support them. We have to help them because they're doing so much for the community. They're giving back to those that are underserved that need it, especially in this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's say 20 years from now, Yajaira, you're looking back at your career. You're on the beach somewhere, retired, loving life.
Loving it, right?
What would you want people to feel about the work that you've done with Berkeley Electric Co-op rather than remember? What do you want people to feel?
How they felt,
Yeah.
how I made them feel, that it didn't matter who you are, what your background was, what category of income you came from. I want them to remember that when I smile, I want them to know that they will always remember how I made them feel.
Gotcha.
That's very important.
Yeah.
I always tell my children it doesn't matter what you say because words are words, but your actions speak louder than your words. And the way that you make others feel around you, that will always be remembered.
Yeah. Well, you're always making me feel excited every time I see you. So, because you're so dynamic.
Same vibes. You got to have that same vibe, right?
Yeah, same energy. Yes, indeed.
And listen, talking about energy, you have to have that energy.
Yeah.
When you bring that positive, fulfillment, grateful, thankful, blessed energy, people feed off of that. And that's the energy that you want to release.
Yeah.
You have to be grateful. Yeah, you may not have it all. I don't have it all, but I'm grateful for the health. I'm grateful for every single day, for the opportunities that I have. And I think that's the key. That's the key, that you have to be grateful.
You were talking earlier off camera about the work that you're inspiring your children around. I just saw a study from Bank of America that showed that over the last 10 years, philanthropy has been down amongst affluent as well as average givers. Why do you feel you trying to inspire your kids at such a young age? How can that help the next generation of philanthropists?
Oh man, that's such an important question. It's crucial, especially nowadays. People should understand, our younger generation. I want my children to understand that you're not entitled to anything. You have to work and help others to succeed in life, to succeed in what you want. And I think that's important. I think that we need to bring those skills, remind our children, remind our students that, helping others, giving back, staying humble. That's another thing. Like, don't let your success get in the way of remembering who you are, remembering your roots, remembering your background. Because the same way that you got to your success,
right,
you had a village, you had people to help you. So I always keep that in mind. I always tell, my kids, you're a straight A student, great, I love it. But remember your educators, remember the teachers, remembering.
I love that.
Exactly. Remembering those people that help you get there is important. Don't ever forget that, because you need to help them. You want to help the next generation and the generation after that. Help them to become maybe like you or even better. I want another mini Yajaira, but better, better than me.
Absolutely.
To keep fulfilling that dream. So that's very important.
Paying it forward.
Yes, paying it forward.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Making sure that people don't forget of generosity.
Yeah.
They don't forget compassion, because in the world that we're living in right now, we need more compassion. We need more kindness. We need more love.
More community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For our audience out here, for Changemakers and Champions, if someone's watching and they don't know how to start or how to get involved, what's one takeaway that you would give our audience member or our neighbor to say, hey, this is how you can get started?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Make sure that you're listening and you're writing this down. I'm gonna give you some good tips. You want to start small. Always start small. You don't want to overdo yourself. And that's the way I started. I always started small. I started within my community, at my church, the schools, like your local schools, nonprofit organization. Like if you know of a nonprofit organization within your community, do your research. Education, that's very important, is always doing your research. Educate yourself. Okay, if I want to help this school, this community, this nonprofit, what is your passion? Like, find out what your passion is, because your passion that you see in someone might be completely different. Like maybe your passion is just school. Maybe your passion might be first responders, veterans. There's so many different passions. So you have to find out what sparks that energy, what sparks that motivation within you.
Right.
Because once you get that going, you're non-stoppable.
Absolutely.
You can go ahead and continue to flourish and thrive. So like educate yourself, start small, and then work your way. You don't want to start from the top.
Yeah.
No one ever starts from the top. You got to start from the bottom, right?
Yeah.
I think education is a key component. And once you find what you truly love, go from there.
Yeah.
Then that's when you become that person that cultivates
Yeah.
other people to join you and your tribe.
Absolutely.
And then that's how the ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
action just
Absolutely.
happens, is given, and then just going on from there. So I think it starts small, educate yourself, find out what you're truly passionate about.
Mhm.
And then once you know what sparks that energy, pay it forward, as you were mentioning. You just start creating little team, and say, hey, we're going to hit there. We're going to hit these other locations. And you just go from there.
Yeah. That one small spark, as you
Yes.
talked about, can create a whole fire
Yes,
where you can transform community.
exactly.
Yajaira Bess, you have been great. Thank you
Oh,
for
no,
joining us.
thank you.
Berkeley Electric Co-op has been so grateful to us and supportive,
We love
and
you.
we continue to appreciate your generosity and support.
Yes. Well, we love you guys. We love the work that you do, everything that you're doing for the community. So we thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for joining Changemakers and Champions.
Yes.
This is another episode. I am Jermaine Huser, again, your host. Make it a great day on purpose.